Good morning. My blessed Savior, surrender all. Good morning. Let's reawaken hymns again with I Surrender All. I can't get enough of that guy, so I listen to him about every morning. Like I said, on YouTube, you can search him, Reawaken Hymns. All right, so today we're going Old Testament. We're going digging into Isaiah here. And I was reading Isaiah last night, and I was getting started in the first couple of chapters, and then there's a lot about prophecy about the judgment coming against Israel, coming against Judah and Jerusalem. It's hard to figure out exactly how that relates to today, and you don't want to take things out of context ever, or put a promise that God gave for somebody else to yourself. You don't want to make that mistake, but there are things to learn from Old Testament reading. So one thing I really brought forward out of Isaiah 2 is Isaiah's prophesying about a warning of judgment against Israel. And they're talking about idols. He's talking about idols and how there's so many false idols in Israel at the time. Things that were made by man, things of silver and gold and built with their own hands that they're worshiping. And of course, we have a lot of those things in our country today with technology and phones and tablets and computers and cars and flat screen TVs and you name it. There's technology, and that's takes a lot of people's focus. A lot of people are idolize technology and smartphones and all that kind of stuff. So, and there's more than just those things too. There's lots of false idols in our country. Information can be a false idol. Some people feel like information is God, like that just knowledge or having information substitute for God, and that's sorry. It's a sorry lie that the devil has passed on to us. But anyway, so Isaiah 2, I'll pick up in verse 18. So Isaiah 2:18, idols will completely disappear when the Lord rises to shake the earth. His enemies will crawl into holes in the ground. They will hide in caves in the rocks from the terror of the Lord and the glory of his majesty. On that day of judgment there will be abandonment. On that day of judgment they will abandon the gold and silver idols they made for themselves to worship. They will leave their gods to the rodents and bats, while they crawl away into caverns. And hiding among the jagged rocks and the cliffs, they will try to escape the terror of the Lord and the glory of his majesty as he rises to shake the earth. Don't put your trust in humans. They are as frail as breath. What good are they? So that last verse there, verse 22, don't put your trust in mere humans. They are as frail as breath. What good are they? Well, of course, it got me to think about our election right now, and our human candidates for the President of the United States. I think we've come under the misinformation or misguidance that we have to have the right president to save our country. Whoever this next president is going to determine the history of the country the future of the country, and for good or bad. It's all on this election. This is the most important election we've ever had. I've heard that said a million times. This is the most important election you'll ever vote in. But ultimately, is it? I remember when Obama was elected, people said, "Oh, this is World War III. We're going to lose our guns." And I hate to take away from the importance of our political system or presidents, but God is, Jesus is Lord, Jesus is King, and no matter who we elect in our little corner of the world here, it's not going to ultimately have much impact on the grand scheme of things. So put away your false idols. If there's anything that you put ahead of God, it's a false idol. Anything that you wake up in the morning and have to have before you have to have God, that's a false idol. Um, Anything that takes your focus away from heavenly things, that's a false idol. So I know for me, it can be phones, technology, tablets. So take time today to look at your life and see if you put anything ahead of the Lord, if you got any false idols. And remember, don't put your trust in these mere humans. They're frail. They're the same as you and me. Maybe worse. So that's the encouragement today, guys. Don't get too bogged down with this election. Vote biblically. Vote your conscience, and let the chips fall where they may. But ultimately, Jesus is Lord. Jesus is King, and He's the only one that I'm really worried about as far as leadership goes. So have a great day. Tell somebody about Jesus. See you at church, Whole Life Christian Fellowship. We're located on US 12, east side of Sturgis, across from the Medical Commons 2 building. And we start at 10 a.m. Sunday morning. See you at church.